life.
Welcome back, everybody, to Movie Reviews Volume 2. This is a little different. I'm going to be talking about one movie right now, and then the rest will be a promotion for a podcast that I started with a couple of my friends called Evil Gang. Evil Gang is just a group of my friends. We called ourselves Dirty Napkins for a little bit, and then I realized that was stupid. The group chat's already Evil Gang. I don't know why we needed to have a second name. So just ignore that part. But yeah. The reason why we're doing it like this is because Snoopy in the video, he has not seen the Odyssey yet. So we talked about the other two movies, and then this is just going to be my splice on my Odyssey review. So for the Odyssey, really good movie, obviously. Christopher Nolan directed it, shot entirely in IMAX. It was really, really, really good. I really liked that movie. I thought that it was. I think it's gonna win like almost every award. There's no way it doesn't sweep. The shots were fantastic. Everything was just amazing all throughout the entire movie. The the audio felt so immersive. I watched it in standard IMAX. I did not watch it in 70mm, but the audio was just so immersive. Like, it was the first time I felt like I was involved in a movie. It was just such a cool experience. Everybody gave one of probably their best performances ever. Robert Pattinson was really good. I really liked Tom Holland's performance. I almost forgot he was Spider-Man. We had Matt Damon obviously playing Odysseus. He did a very solid job. I forgot that he was stranded on space for that little bit. I don't think I can find any complaints on the movie. There was just so much that happened, and there was just like there was never a moment where I got bored. It was a almost 3.5 hour movie, and there was not one moment where I got sick of it. I wanted the movie to keep going. It was just such like interesting experience. Having Zendaya play a god was a little crazy, especially when you realize that that image of that god is a same face that Odysseus saw in Troy. I thought that was extremely interesting. The Odyssey is one of the most adapted stories of all time, so I could pick up where I learned each piece from. For example, the entirety of the very first SpongeBob movie is an adaptation of the Odyssey. My dad loves Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And throughout the movie, we were both finding different connections, and it was really cool to see. The effects were amazing. There were some shots that I found out after the movie were all practical. The scene with the giants was all 100% practical, and I thought that was so cool. Again, watching in IMAX, the movie is really, really, really loud. I'm not gonna get too spoilery, but there is a scene where they fight a Cyclops. That probably made me deaf for like a good minute. That was such a loud experience. Obviously, it might be a little too late to go see it in IMAX now, but if you have the opportunity to watch this on the biggest screen you have, I would 100% say that you need to take it. It was, I don't see how this movie's not going to sweep in the box office. I also wanted to start something, which is a tier list for each of the movies that I wind up reviewing. But I'm going to show that after the video. It'll be at the end, so look for that later. Okay, here's my friend's podcast. Bye.
The moon. I gotta block the moon on my big old head.
That's not the moon. That's the street light, buddy.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
All right, hey guys. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of our podcast. We review movies and stuff now. I'm gonna be real. I forgot the name already, but I'm one of your hosts.
Dirty Socks, I think.
Huh?
Like Dirty Socks.
Oh yeah, we're Dirty Socks. That's right. What's up? Welcome to the Dirty Socks podcast. We talk about movies and things sometimes.
Can I stand or do I have to crouch?
You can stand. You can do whatever. I'm one of your
fall.
hosts. I'm Dean.
I'm one of the other hosts. I'm Ben.
Yeah, then we have another one.
Got first name Snoopy, last name Bloopers.
Hell yeah.
He's a little
Um,
quirky.
I guess Diesel. Yeah. If he's gonna use Snoopy, then I'm gonna use Diesel. And that's just Ben.
I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know these two. I just
Yeah,
met
we
them.
just found him.
I just met them. I just like movies a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Diesel? We have something in store.
Yeah, we just got out of seeing little known indie movie.
Little indie movie, not very well known. Yeah, we got in store for today, Diesel.
Yeah, today we're gonna be reviewing this little quaint indie film. It's called Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Never heard of it.
Cute.
What's it about?
So it's about this guy named Spider-Man, and he woke up. He's like, "Today's a brand new day."
That's the entire movie.
Yep, that's
A
literally
little
the entire
stupid,
film.
but okay. We
it
got
has-
two.
Huh?
Don't we got two movies?
Oh yes, we have two movies. We're reviewing Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and we're reviewing the Evil Dead Burn. You want to start? Actually, we should probably just start with Evil Dead, huh?
Yeah, I'll start with Evil Dead.
Yeah, go for it.
I start.
Yeah. You want to start?
Okay, so Evil Dead Burn. Where do I even start? Definitely try and be its own thing. Evil Dead is like an anthology franchise now. It's supposed to be like a proving ground for like auteur, or not really auteur directors, but just like new directors that come and just prove themselves. And I think that's really cool. And I thought the directing in the movie, starting with that, was pretty competent. There was like a really weird like mash cut in the beginning of the movie that I don't really know if I fully like or not. It's when a car slams into a woman and then it goes into a woman's ass twerking. And that was a really interesting part of the movie. What do you think of that?
It's all right.
But a lot of good choreography. The thing that really saves the movie, in my opinion, is the choreography. I thought it was really well done. I thought the cinematography in that was just excellent. It was really creative. There's this one shot where we see these two characters fighting each other, and then they like run towards the camera, and one of them smashes the other's head into a mirror, and it reveals that we were looking through a mirror the entire time. And it was a really cool way of doing that. The movie's about a grieving family, and I thought that the movie, for like a movie that's like an hour and 50 minutes long, it seemed like it really, really, really wanted to get to the Deadite part, which, I mean, it makes sense. That's why we're all there. But it felt like it didn't really care enough to establish these characters and like who they are as people and like what they mean to the themes and like the relationship with each other. It just felt overall very rushed. You mind?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And the characters, and I guess overall the story was definitely the weakest part of the film. Felt like more thought was put into the Deadites and the action, but that part saves the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. Evil Dead Burn definitely did not have anything worthwhile for characters. I'm gonna be completely real. I forgot all of their names already. None of them.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
None of them did anything important. The only thing I remember is that Bill Burr was in the movie.
It's not even Bill Burr.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep calling him Bill Burr. But it was just a nice little documentary on the day in the life of Bill Burr. I thought that was pretty sick. Yeah, no, there's some memorable moments, I thought, at least. But yes, they 100% want to get to the Deadite part, which, I mean, makes sense. It is like the seventh movie in that franchise. I feel like that's all they are now, though, is Deadite slop. I feel like we quite literally lost the plot. I think that they're going to try and tie in the other movies in some way, but I mean, don't know how that's going to go. I just like that for Evil Dead, it's always been one. It's just very interesting. I don't know. They were very clearly trying to set something up. It's just like kind of a waste of time because you spend that whole movie and it's just dedicated to setting up another movie, especially for a franchise that doesn't have like a structured plot.
The entire movie set up another one, but the post-credit scene definitely did.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's all
it's very
weird.
weird. I feel like they just wanted to bring in the Kamari dad again. Spoilers for the 3 people that might care. I don't know. It's interesting. It's just a horror movie. It's another franchise horror movie. They needed more money, so they made it. But yeah.
What do you think? Because we watched Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness after. So what do you think?
Definitely out of all the four that I've seen, definitely probably the weakest one. Well, maybe Army of Darkness is slightly weaker, like in terms of just being a movie. But the original trilogy just has a certain charm to it, you know. It's like that like old indie kind of charm to it. The other movie, Evil Dead Burn, just kind of felt like a standard horror movie with some cool choreography. Didn't really feel like a Evil Dead movie to me. Now that I've actually seen it, I can actually kind of say that. But other than that, you know, it's a fine movie. So you're not really watching it for the story. You're watching it for the action and the Evil Dead themselves. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
They were pretty evil.
They were very evil.
The Evil Dead do burn.
Yeah. No, I am a little big fan of you know, one continuous shot like segments in movies, and they did a really good one. They had that going for them. I like some of the shots that they did. It was kind of fun. There's some pretty cool shots. Like you said, the mirror scene was pretty cool. I mean, Bill Burr beat the hell out of that twink.
This guy almost fucking fell. Yes, you did.
So yeah, Evil Dead Burn.
What did you think about the scene where she makes out with her husband? His head's all blown off. Simon, please.
Nothing PG-13, that's for sure.
I can't look at you. I can't. Bro, I'm afraid you're gonna fall, dude.
He's fine, brother.
Dude.
If he's gonna fall from right there, he's gonna fall backwards.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then his head on this metal pole and be brain damaged.
Yeah, well, would you rather him fall on the rubber and be brain damaged?
I'd rather him not be brain damaged. Why does he have to be brain damaged in this scenario? Simon, what'd you think about the movie? He's just in a coma.
Yeah. I mean, this is for me. If you guys want to join in on this one, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm uploading this on my channel as well, just for promotion. And I'm gonna do a tier list now. For me, I think Evil Dead Burn. I believe that's gonna be, what's the middle one? C. Yeah. I believe I'm gonna put Evil Dead Burn in C tier. It was okay. Actually, D tier. Now that I've sat with it for a while, again, nothing really is memorable other than the action, and I feel like we've had a lot scarier and a lot more go on in an Evil Dead movie. Don't get me wrong, I would say you can watch it if you want to have fun, but like, we could have gotten better. I'd say D tier.
Of all the movies that have come out so far this year that I've seen, Evil Dead is probably a higher C tier. It's the action that really carries it, but like besides that, it's like just kind of an okay movie. No, the action is great. The bathroom scene,
Oh yeah.
they all go on the ceiling and stuff. Some really good stuff. But dude, the son. Okay, we were jumping all over the place, but the son, I hated that guy. I think I told you that the son like ditches his girlfriend as she's like brutally murdered, and it's like, okay, bro, I hate this guy. Like, I want this guy to get tortured forever. It was
I
couldn't have been me.
again very like small D tier. Like, again, I would see the movie a second time just for like fun. Don't get me wrong, it's not like a bad movie, but in terms of like the other Evil Deads, this is probably the worst one in my opinion.
I would see it again, but probably with people who haven't seen it, just to see their reactions and what they think. Maybe I'll watch it when it comes on HBO Max, but I'd rather with other people.
Yeah. Would you put that on the tier list, Simon? Sorry.
It was fine. C tier. Probably my least favorite Evil Dead movie so far. You know what? That's okay. One of them has to be the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that wraps up Evil Dead Burn. Watch this really cool transition. All right, Ben, what movie are we talking about next?
Now we're talking about a niche little indie movie, as Dean said, Spider-Man, Brand New Year, I think it's called.
Brand New Day.
Oh, I can't keep up with these little indie flicks, but all right, the bit's dead. Anyway, Dean, why don't you start off? What do you think? We just finished seeing this like an hour ago.
Yeah, we literally just saw this. We didn't pirate this one because this is a little quaint indie film and they need all the money they can get. I think that Spider-Man Brand New Day, it was really solid. I think it was really good. It has one of my favorite actors in it, Mr. Bernthal. He was pretty good. He was pretty cool. I feel like this is kind of a little small sign that we might actually get something out of Doomsday. It might not be the worst thing I've ever seen. Out of like the amount of slop we've gotten, this is the first movie that actually felt like it had joy in it again. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I liked a lot that happened in this movie. Spider-Man's broken, depressed, and holeless.
I'm sure you can relate to all the three of those things.
You wanna fucking die? You wanna die?
We need to learn how to like be funny. I wish we could.
Holy shit!
I hope he's visible.
I don't think he is. I think he's just doing that.
He's literally Spider-Man.
But yeah, no. Spider-Man's broke, friendless, and I mean, he has no women. It's pretty cool. What? I will say this is the first movie where like the other people that are in it, like how like other MCU movies at the moment, it's just full of other characters and they kind of carry the rest of the movie. Like this is the first time where Spider-Man is actually doing pretty much everything. Like yeah, Punisher kind of helped a little bit. Yeah, like other people have helped out, but it's mainly Spider-Man doing pretty much all the work. You know,
he wasn't Iron Boy Jr. this time.
Yeah, no, I really liked this movie. I thought it was so much fun.
It was really good. It was really solid. First MCU film since like I don't even know, like what, Black Panther 2 maybe, to like look like actually good. I don't remember how Black Panther 2 like was on the visual
I'm gonna
side.
be real, I completely forgot there was a Black Panther 2 already.
There is a Black Panther. Name more, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm kind of upset that they didn't get Yuri Lowenthal to reprise his iconic role. I thought it was cute that they made a movie based off the games, though. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because it started off as the games.
Yeah. No, Tom has done a increasingly better job at being Spider-Man, and I really liked this version of it. Again, the acting in this Marvel movie was really good for some reason. Like, there's a point in the movie, first time in a long time, where I was actually like immersed in the story for a while. But we had a crying child in our theater, so that didn't last for a lot longer.
Okay, I just want to get this out of the way before we continue. I just need to get this out of my system. If you are a parent and you are bringing your child into a movie theater, it is your public duty, your civic duty, to believe if they are crying, bro. We are having this emotional scene between Peter and MJ. All I hear is just, ah! And it's like, it's not even crying. I don't even know what noise he was making, but it's like, bro, shut up.
Stupid, dumb.
And this, I don't think this was a baby. I think this is like a toddler, like a 3 or 4-year-old, it looked like. And it's like, you can't just tell him to stop talking, or you can't just tell him to, like, you can't just like leave and come back. Like what? Like, my grandma took my mom when she was a full-on like baby to see Empire Strikes Back, and my grandma told everyone like, oh, she starts crying, I'll leave. Like, it's that easy, guys. What? It was annoying. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, visually looks great. The action is like really well choreographed, really well directed. I liked. What do I say? I won't give too much spoilers. I like the final fight.
We'll do a spoiler section. Here, wait, can I
Okay.
Let me talk into your mic and say that.
What happened to yours?
We'll do a separate section dedicated to spoilers.
Oh, I didn't realize we gave it to Simon, but I I don't know. Everyone does a great job, like Dean said. Sadie Sink was really, really good.
Who's Dean?
Like Dizo said, Sadie Sink was really, really good. I think Zendaya has my favorite performance. There is a moment in this in which she just like kind of switches like the drop of a coin, and people who say Zendaya just does the same role or is like the same performance every time, like if they see this movie and still think that, I really don't know what they're watching, because the drama Dune 2, like she is great. She's one of the best working actresses right now, and she was really, really, really phenomenal in this movie. And so was for his name, Jacob Bartolon, I think, as Ned, was also pretty good with the little screen time he had. Everyone was really good. Everyone was good.
What's your Simon? What's your non-spoiler opinion so far?
It was a pretty good Spider-Man movie. Probably going to be the last good MCU movie for a little while. Yeah, everyone was really great in it. I don't know where the camera is. Oh, it's over there. Everyone was pretty good in this movie. I don't think there was a single mid-performance. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. It was just a good, fun Spider-Man movie. I can't wait to not get a good one for a little while again.
I will say again, like this and Thunderbolts are like, they really are the first MCU films in a while to really have like a theme that the entire movie is built around, and the final act really like being a culmination in that and concluding that and like saying something. Maybe that's probably a nothing statement, but it feels like the MCU hasn't really done that in such a long time. It's very refreshing for Spider-Man to really be a Spider-Man story first and really explore parts of the character. It feels like it's weird because the previous trilogy is exploring parts of the character bit by bit, but it feels so much like, it's odd how this movie has like so many more other MCU characters than the other Spider-Man films, but feels more interested in just being about Spider-Man than like the larger MCU. Like Homecoming, Iron Man is such a big part in that. Far From Home has so much, is like a lot of the fallout from Endgame. And then No Way Home is just about a lot about Toby and Andrew and even Doctor Strange. And then this has like Hulk and Punisher and Sadie Sink's character. It's already been leaked who she is, but I won't say it. And it's still
Don't
somehow,
say, yeah, we're not in spoilers yet.
yeah, I said I won't say it. And feels so much more like a Spider-Man first movie than like the other ones.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like there's been a lot of like I feel like there's been way too many Marvel movies as of late where like the main character of said movie doesn't do anything, and like the cameos pretty much carry. This feels like I said, this feels like a Spider-Man movie. It just feels like, other characters just happen to be in it. I feel like we can talk about spoilery stuff now. I don't think I have anything to say non-spoilery. Simon, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler section starting now. I'll say that. I guess this is non-spoiler. I'll say this though. This does feel like a comic storyline in like the best way. Like this feels like I could like something that I would pick up a comic and see this in the span of like 3 or 4 issues, especially like an older like 70s comic. Like this just felt really refreshing, and visually I thought looked more like a comic book movie. I'm not talking.
Oh, fuck, it went right up my ass, dude. Oh, fuck.
My moment, yeah.
Oh my god.
You done, bud? It's my big moment, okay? I'm trying to talk here.
Oh, fuck, that hurt.
So we're going to take Dean to the hospital soon for anal bleeding. But as I was saying, also like looks a lot more comic booky. I don't know how to describe the visuals yet, but like I've already said that, but they were very interesting. I wish there was more like daytime fighting scenes. We do get that at the very end and the very beginning, but it felt like so many like fight scenes, just like they set up in the previous scene when Spider-Man's like swinging over there, that the sun's like setting. But it felt like so many fight scenes became just like pitch black nighttime because they didn't really know how to like shoot daytime fight scenes. they might have been shot in the volume or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. But I guess it's a better idea for them to be shot at night and look good, and just not really get that much like good looking daytime, or not that much daytime fighting scenes at all, rather than have more daytime fighting scenes and just have sections of the movie just like look bad. But anyway, spoilers. Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, which was like theorized since it was announced that she was in the movie. It was not really a surprise to anyone. And I was skeptical about being in the movie. I was like, really a Spider-Man like street story with like an X-Men character and her being like the villain, like what are we doing here? But I do think that she really works, and she does feel like a street level thug, like she kind of is. And she works perfectly with the theme, with what they're doing with her character of loneliness and having to rely on other people instead of, isolating yourself. And the ending with her really sets up X-Men. Like, I would not be surprised if the final shot we see of her on the bus, is like first shot of the X-Men movie of her going in and she's at fucking Charles Xavier's mansion. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think it works really well because she's basically going off to like meet other powered people and not be alone. And so like it goes perfectly.
It definitely fits a lot better. Like leading directly into Doomsday. I loved. They're probably sick to death of hearing me say it over and over again. I love John Bernthal. I love him as the Punisher. This is exactly how I was hoping he was going to be introduced in a movie. Do I think Punisher should get his own complete project? Probably not. But like, I'm glad that he's finally legitimately in a movie at this point. And I think that they treated their dynamic very well. The argument, I don't think there was a single argument that Peter and Frank had that I did not laugh at. They were really, really good. They were also in another lesser known, pretty quaint movie together.
Something about like the Journey or something.
Yeah, that guy from The Simpsons wrote it apparently.
I don't know he did anything but eat donuts. Omar drops his donut. No.
Jean Grey for me threw me off a little bit because I'm not a huge comic guy, but like going off of the movies, Wolverine already dated Jean Grey. But I keep the thing that also throws me off is I keep forgetting that the current Wolverine that is going into the MCU isn't the Wolverines that we've seen in any of the movies. It's a completely separate Wolverine. So this guy doesn't know who Jean Grey is. This is our timeline of Jean Grey. It's fine. I just wasn't expecting it because I thought, like, going into it, I was expecting it to be Gwen Stacy, if I'm being honest. But then ages don't line. Or actually, no, ages do line up. They're the same age, right?
Jean and Gwen, or Sadie Sink and Gwen?
Sadie and Gwen.
I don't know if Peter is in college when Gwen dies. I mean, it could work if she was Gwen in this, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was going into. But yeah, seeing it being Jean Grey, that was a pretty pleasant surprise. I feel like I wish we did get a small, very small, like, cameo from anybody from like the TV show era of like, I'm talking like old TV era. I'm talking, I think, like, what was it, FX or whoever had them,
Netflix.
Like Netflix. Like, we already had Punisher, Luke Cage. If we're still gonna keep the same guy, like whatever is going on with them.
I think Luke Cage and Iron Fist are going to be in Born Again season 3. They're under
Yeah, but season 3 is gonna come after Doomsday, isn't it?
probably.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but he said that Luke Cage and Iron Fist are gonna be in Daredevil season 3. Yeah. No. I think we got a lot wrapped up with Spider-Man's plot, or like stuff heading into Doomsday, because this is the last of them we're gonna get until Big D comes. Whoa.
Pause. Dude,
Whoa.
you can't. This is a children's podcast. Can't be saying that fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, my fault.
Sorry.
But yeah, Big Doom is coming soon, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. I think it was pretty cool that we saw Yelena for a little bit. Yeah, Yelena was in the movie for a small moment. I thought it was pretty cool. To be completely honest, when he starts talking to that police chief, I thought that was gonna be Yuri. I was about to say, there's no way that's Yuri. I saw people online saying that the black guy that talks to. I saw people say online that the
The
person
black
that,
guy must be Miles.
Yeah, exactly. There's a scene where Jean is mind controlling people, and one of them happens to be African American, and there are people running amok on Twitter, saying that would be Miles Morales.
Even though he's like way too old.
That guy was way too old, and also I want a young up and coming rapper to play Miles.
Like you?
Yeah, I think I would make a great Miles Morales.
Personally, Macklemore, I think you're fit for the role.
Yeah, me too. Simon, spoiler version of your thoughts?
Every black guy must be Miles Morales. Every blonde girl must be Gwen Stacy. Very sad I didn't get to see Florence Pugh's Gazongas in the movie. I think it would have been a 10 out of 10.
Every 40-year-old man with the cornrows must be Norman Osborn.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sadie Sink, call me. Doomsday. Can't wait to not see it. Actually, no. Doomsday. We're seeing Dune and calling it a day. Am I right, man? Am I right?
Cool. Yeah,
I was
know.
so afraid you were gonna fall during that.
No,
Just crazy dab up, and you just reach and go, whoa, and just falls over, and just cuts, and it just ends there.
No, oh, I forgot to mention. I forget the name of that actor, but the guy that played Scorpion, I love that guy. What was his name?
Michael Mando.
What was his? No, Michael Mando. What was his name in a Better Call Saul? Nacho. Dude, rip my goat.
Yeah, I like how Homecoming sets up Scorpion, and they do nothing with him. And he just appears, and they're like, "Yeah, he's Scorpion." Although he's in Homecoming. He's in the post-cred scene. He's like a dealer. He gets stopped on the ferry, and then I will say, pretty good Scorpion adaptation. Especially like this is his first live-action appearance. Isn't that insane? Well, I guess he's like a B-list Super Spider-Man villain, so I guess it makes sense. But like, really cool suit. I thought really cool. I really liked the way that he used his tail. That was sick. Like the fight scenes. Like I get he was being controlled by Sadie, or by Jean, I should say. So not really him, but still, I imagine that's how he would fight. And really cool.
I agree. Yeah. Now it's time to have a conversation.
Oh wait, we should talk about Hulk.
Oh, we didn't even mention.
We didn't
Hulk.
even mention the Hulk.
Yeah, I know. He was a great example of what I meant by like other Marvel characters being in this movie, but they're not like the center of it.
Yeah.
Banner is in it for a little bit, and then we finally get Hulk to be Hulk again. It is not Hulk, but with the mind of Banner. It is not Banner, but with the mind, or it is not like there's no mix matching going on. It is back to being there is Hulk and there is Banner, and that is exactly how I like it. I don't like Banner being in the mind of Hulk. I thought it was so cringe. Like even before She-Hulk, like the entire time I thought it was cringe. That was one of my biggest complaints with Endgame.
I thought it was stupid how that just happens completely off screen. Like we don't see that. That's like a resolution for his character arc, and he just becomes Smart Hulk off screen.
I thought we were talking about this movie. I was about to say
No. Like in
we
Endgame.
watched it happen.
No, in
homeboy.
Endgame, he just becomes. I'm not trying new ground here, but it's just dumb how his entire character arc just ends just completely off screen, and he's like, it's just dumb.
Yeah,
That wasn't a good decision in Endgame.
Again, this is coming from the guy that does not read the comics, but I feel like the whole appeal of Hulk is trying to balance himself. He has no clue when he's green. He is in constant fear of what he.
It's also just like straight up like Moon Knight type like like DID.
Yeah,
like it's like a straight up personality disorder, and I think like in the comics, like it's like born from the abuse he faced from his father as like a child. That's where that comes from. It's a lot more like recent years become a lot more like symbolic. He also is just controlled. He has the power of like Satan, which is sick. If they do that, yeah, the one below all. They do that? No, they're not gonna do that. But I will say that I think this movie sets up World War Hulk pretty well because he has the inhibitor. Thank you, and then that gets broken, and I think it would be cool if they're like, he's too much of a threat because he was bigger. Hulk is bigger here, and almost destroys like the entire building. he does. It's really they can do a lot because he sees Peter and he kind of like recognizes him and like lets himself like lose. So I really don't know what they'll do. Maybe people are afraid and they send him off planet, and then he comes back and he's like pissed, and we get World War Hulk. Thor Ragnarok kind of adapted World War Hulk a little bit though with the other planet thing. Maybe that's a different comic book.
Thor Ragnarok was the last time we saw Hulk like this, and
technically Infinity War. The very beginning.
Oh
He
yeah,
gets his
like
ass beat.
the absolute very beginning.
The first 2 minutes.
Yeah. No. Same guy that soloed Loki, by the way. But yeah, no. It was really
Also, they kind of reference the puny god. He kind of slams him down like
Yeah.
that for a little bit. And also in the very beginning, when he first becomes like Crazy Hulk for the first time, they reference the shot, or they parallel the shot in Avengers with Natasha running through the hallway
yeah,
and
I
all
saw
the
that.
lights,
I noticed
all the
that.
sparks, and they do that here. And I thought that was really sick.
I think that's everything with the movie.
Did you guys hear about the original like idea for this movie? The original, okay, so
was Frank gonna be a racist?
no. So, I mean, for context, when Tom Holland filmed The Odyssey, he literally came back and told Kevin Feige, like, we need to make this like a real movie. Like, he was like, yeah, we need to have like an actual story that like means something, pretty much. But the original idea was that there would be like some like multiversal incursion that would have Andrew Garfield in the movie, as well as a bunch of multiversal like symbiotes that would be running around, and it would be like a Venom movie. I guess kind of similar to Venom 3 with all the symbiotes in that movie.
Yeah.
So doesn't that sound peak?
That sounds
No.
like dog shit.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
feel like that should be the movie that leads directly into Doomsday.
So this movie.
Yeah.
No.
So on the tier list, I would honestly, I'd give Brand New Day an A. It was a fun, really, really good movie. I'd give it an A.
I would give Brand New Day like a low S, maybe like a high A. I think if I rewatch it again.
Oh, how did he get kicked out?
No,
Okay, cool.
there's not even a no. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That would be good content though.
Anyway,
I was mid sentence.
go ahead. I give it an A. What do you?
I could see me giving it like a 4.5 out of 5, like an S tier on a rewatch. But now, like a 4 out of 5, I'm gonna say like a really high A tier.
I'd probably give it a A tier. Definitely, even after only one watch, I could definitely say it's better than the Home trilogy. I wasn't like the greatest Home trilogy. I thought like the first movie was all right. Not really like you said, it's kind of Iron Boy Jr. type of movie, but it was fine. But this movie, this really feels like a Spider-Man movie. Better than Spider-Man 3.
Guys, hot take. This is better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know. I would say it's like the third best Spider-Man movie. I don't think it's better than Spider-Man 2 or Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time. That movie will always be the GOAT. Into the Spider-Verse, yeah.
Not Beyond
Beyond's not out yet.
or Across.
I thought Across was really good. I gotta rewatch it. It's- I wouldn't say it's half a movie. It kind of ends thematically. It's like Gwen Stacy's story ends, and that acts as like being the ending of that movie and the bridge to the next. But no, really solid Spider-Man flick. I do like how there was no need to set up another movie.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
it's been a precedent since like the end of Phase 1 that like every MCU movie post credits set up something next, and it's become a thing where like a lot of projects there's so much of that's just setting up the next thing or something further down the line, and this movie doesn't do that at all. Like like we said, there's no post credit scene with Professor Xavier, even though they could have done that. Jean doesn't meet Professor Xavier. She just like drives off. She's on a bus going off into the distance. They like barely even set up Doomsday. They just have the little post credit scene with the app, and then they're like, "Yeah, this is it." It just kind of say it just basically just saying like, "Yeah, he's gonna end up and he's gonna be in Doomsday." It's just a cute way of saying he's gonna be in Doomsday. They don't really set up anything. It's more grounded, and I think that helps the movie a lot.
That post credit scene.
How could he pick up Spider-Man in space? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
kidding.
what they're gonna do with that.
I don't think it's canonical. I think it's just a cute way of saying that.
It could be. Well, no, because it said there's a new Spider-Man detective. It showed our current Spider-Man, and then it said new Spider-Man detected, and then it went out to space.
Saying that's like the movie's gonna start like the Maguire universe, the Maguire universe, and like gonna like get destroyed.
Oh, I thought it was just saying that. I thought it was saying that Spider-Man like teleported to Doomsday.
Also, sorry,
It's a
keep
battle.
forgetting the hand Simon the mic. Simon said that there's a leak that Doomsday is going to start with in the Tobey Maguire universe. Hypothetically,
Dude, blowing it up would be insane. I hope they don't do that.
multiversal. That would make sense unless they want to say Miles Morales is from space. I feel like that would be pretty.
We don't know who's going to be in Doomsday. We gotta remember after Kevin Feige confirmed that Secret Wars is going to be like the reset, the reset button, and the MCU is going to be like a new start after that. So
I don't like that.
I like
Just-
that.
No,
They
own
need
it. Just own it. Because if you
bro.
restart now,
Fantastic Four is like the most. They couldn't do it because of like copyright reasons, but like Fantastic Four in the comics is like the start of superheroes.
well, yeah,
in
no,
the
I
Marvel
get that, but at
comics.
the same time, you're now wiping all of those movies away. So like, if somebody wants,
They're wiping away Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania though.
you got me there. You actually got me on that one. No, I don't like resetting the entire verse. I feel like that would be kind of detrimental to like the 30 plus 20 plus years of work that you just put in.
I don't think it's going to be.
They already had the conclusion though.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, the story continues with each hero. There's more to learn. There's more to like get out of it.
I don't think it's going to be like a hard reset button. I think it's going to be like a taking the old. I think it's going to be like
Oh, it's just rushing in the new gen.
kind of. I think it's going to be like bring in some old stuff and bring in some new stuff. It might be an excuse to like recast like Hulk if they want like a younger Bruce Banner because Mark Ruffalo's like 60. What?
Or an Israeli Bruce Banner.
They have the woman from Captain America: Brave New World. She's in a there's an Israeli superhero in that movie. There's a part from the Hulk comic in which like it's supposed to be a thing about Israel Palestine. Like a boy gets murdered and he's like, how is it fair that he dies for land? It's a really good comic moment.
Yeah.
But they could use it as a excuse to recast like Dean was saying, like John Bernthal's getting old. I don't think he needs to be recasted, but they could use an excuse to recast John Bernthal or some other actors.
I wouldn't like John Bernthal being. Well, that's actually also just biased because I like John Bernthal.
They gotta do it eventually because like they can't just. I would be pretty upset if an actor's age if they just stopped like
Using them, yeah.
using Punisher forever because John Bernthal retired, and it's like just recast him, bro. Like you
No.
recasted.
Well, yeah, no, that's different. But
You
John can
recasted
definitely
like
still play
Terrence
the character.
Howard in a heartbeat. Like you can do it again. Nobody bat an eye. To be fair, it was one movie, but still, you could do that again, and people would understand. I mean, you're reusing RDJ for Christ's sake. Like you could, come on, you can
They
recast an
are.
actor.
Yeah, I feel like Timothée Chalamet could have played Doctor Doom just fine.
Low key, bro. Mads Mikkelsen though.
We need to get him in a movie. Get rid of that other fucker he was in Doctor Strange, bro. Just get him in
I
a.
completely forgot he was the villain in Doctor Strange. They've reused actors before that. The actress that plays, I forget her name, Cersei in Eternals. The main
everybody forgot about
character,
that movie because Eternal sucks.
the main woman, the main character. She's one of the like space pirate villains in Captain Marvel. So they've reused people before. To be fair, in that movie, she's blue and doesn't have that many lines, so you don't really notice it's her. But I don't know. I hope they don't use it as an excuse to recast people. And if John Bernthal just retires, they just recast him in the next movie. It's a new guy, and they don't really care.
Yeah, no, I would love to see Bernthal in like a John Wick movie. I feel like he would be really funny.
I want to see more Norman Reedus.
Norman, honestly, Norman should have played Ghost Rider in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can talk about the Ghost Rider announcement. We'll do this. I want to say one more thing. I want to say that I'm not sure how I feel about Ned and MJ like learning who, for more Spider-Man Brand New Day spoilers, learning who Peter is, and like it seems like Ned just completely remembers him. It seems like it's erasing a lot of like what No Way Home like stands for. Like I remember hoping that Ned and MJ just weren't in Brand New Day. I think I thought they were really good in this movie, but I'm not really sure how I feel about the curse being kind of undone for Ned and MJ learning about Peter again. What do you think, Simon?
Well, no, she didn't learn about him again.
She learned that Peter Parker exists at the end of past. She doesn't remember him.
Yeah, I think it just kind of really undoes like a lot of what the previous movie No Way Home set up. Is like just him being completely alone. he's not completely alone anymore because like by the end of it, it's like all undone. You know, like he has his homies back, even if there's not like fully his homies, but like he has people now. Which I mean, like it's kind of the point of the movie is like you don't need to be alone for certain things, but it would have been nice to have different people instead of the same people that we spent a movie, getting rid of, setting up that they weren't going to be a part of the new movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have set up for Ned learning that he's Spider-Man, or like seemingly relearning who he is and forgetting about like the curse being broken. Maybe he'll be like the guy in the chair for Doomsday, and you'll have a couple minutes in Doomsday or Secret Wars.
Dude,
But I think
if Ned is the reason Doctor Doom loses, I'm actually never watching a single Marvel movie.
But
again,
Ned is
including Deadpool.
That's the CEO of Sex.
He might be the CEO of Sex, but I swear to God, Ben, if he is one of the main reasons Doctor Doom loses, I'm genuinely never watching another Marvel product again. If Ned, out of everybody,
You gotta give him a chance, dude.
No.
Anyway, I think that this might be like stupid comic fan brain, but I low-key think it would have been better if instead of the scene, like everything was like exactly the same pretty much. And instead of the scene in the bodega where they do the handshake, if they kind of time skip past summer and Peter is going to college finally, because I presume he didn't do that at all during the 4 years that Ned and MJ were in college, and he's going to Empire State University, which I'm pretty sure is where he goes in the comics, and he meets like Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy. I think that'd been cooler, or not cooler, but at least it would have not undone No Way Home. And we need a Green Goblin in the MCU. We need Gwen Stacy. I don't know. Maybe they won't do it because Tasman did it, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I do feel like one of the main reasons why I thought Sadie was gonna play Gwen is because this would have been perfect to move past MJ, but it's only in MJ's contract where she gets to cheat on her husband, so it wouldn't have worked out.
She doesn't cheat on her boyfriend here.
She doesn't cheat on her boyfriend here, and Tom stayed very loyal throughout the movie.
I completely forgot to mention the most accurate thing about the movie is Peter trying to instigate and like ruin the relationship. He's like, "Oh, why is he thinking you're closed off?" or whatever he says. That completely instigates the. That was so funny.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. What else? All right, guys, it's time. Last MCU movie before Doomsday. I'm gonna be real. I don't like where we're at going into it. Going into Doomsday, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not really too big of a fan of. I feel like there's way too much story that is just not resolved. There's a lot of plot points that, like, if we're ending off a phase, especially one as big as like something that Doctor Doom is involved with, I feel like there should be a lot of more story wrapped up. We have a lot going on at once right now. Practically nobody is on Earth at the moment. The most stable team we have is the Thunderbolts. Sure, Spider-Man's running around.
Well, they are the new event.
Yeah, okay, and Thunderbolts is made up of like Temu Captain America and like
Two Temu Captain America.
two Temu Captain Americas, and
Technically, Team Captain America's if you want to count Bucky, but either way, there's 3 super soldiers, which is kind of crazy.
yeah, no, I just feel like there's not a lot to wrap up. We have not seen X-Men yet. We have not seen how Fantastic Four. Actually, Fantastic Four can wind up in our universe in Doomsday, but we have not. We have not seen anything from X-Men. All we know is that the Beast is still walking around.
Just come closer. Just stand next to me. I completely forgot Beast was in the post-grad scene of Captain Marvel.
I didn't even see it.
That's all I know about. I didn't see Captain
Or
Marvel.
you mean Miss Marvel?
No, Captain Marvel 2.
There's a Captain Marvel 2?
Yeah, it has Miss Marvel in it, and it has
Oh, is that the
Photon.
one where like they go like through space and all that, like they go through like the multiverse, whatever?
I think so. I think it shows the Why am I blanking? I'm blanking on the name. I'm blanking on the name. It shows the tree of Norse mythology, the life tree. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it shows that tree, and I'm pretty sure that came out like right before or right after the Loki scene. So somehow it shows the tree. It's a huge. People were like, "Oh, this is like the most important thing happened in the MCU since Endgame," and then you haven't heard about it at all. So I don't really know. But I think they're going to use Secret Wars as an excuse to get the X-Men in and be like, "Well, they were there the entire time," and like with the new universe, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't like.
I really do hope that post Secret Wars, it feels like how comics feel like after the comic Secret Wars or after the comic like
Damn, that was sick.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, where it's just like a fresh reboot. I don't want to feel like Rebirth or New 52 from DC, but I hope it feels like a completely clean slate. While you can imagine like, okay, like the events of these movies have happened or something. I don't know. It's a bit hard to do to pull off that tone, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I just think that there's so much going on with our current heroes that again we need to do a lot of checkups on, and usher in the new people. X-Men and Fantastic Four, two separate universes, are now having to come in on like the same movie. First of all, we have not seen any of the X-Men other than Wolverine and Gambit in like decades. So like for them to not get their own movie and they're kind of just rushed into Earth 616 during Doomsday feels a little bad. I told Sean and I think Big Schnoop over there, I feel like I told them already. I feel like what they wanted to do with the Kang Dynasty is kind of do like
Comes out next year, guys.
every.
Dynasty came out like in May.
Remember in May,
Like
yeah,
in March or
The
something.
movie's so good, bro.
I feel
Very
like
good.
they wanted to do every Avengers. Like there's gonna be 2 Avengers movies for each phase. One would be like how Age of Ultron was, and then the next one would be like the big main guy. I feel like they wanted to do that with Kang, but that flopped, so they just rushed straight to Doctor
Well,
Doom.
he was like a sex predator, so that's why it flopped.
Well,
It's
also
not
the
even that-
movie that he was debuted in was genuinely one of the worst films I think I've ever seen.
That is true. He does get his ass beat in that movie, and like
I don't even think Kwame had anything to do with it. It's just one of his variants gets the ass beat. I think it was just the fact that he like abused his girlfriend and like not even lost, but got sued for it. And it was like super public, and it's so dumb. People were like, "Yeah, well, they kind of messed up by making it by having the post credit scene where every single variant looks just like him." And it's like, bro, you recast Terrence Howard after one movie. Like this guy has been in only one movie. This is the only appearance the MCU asking. Well, no, he's in Loki season 1, but he's just playing a single variant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There are so many good actors, especially actors that are black men, that you can just recast. Like, it's not like there's a lack of talent. So these actors are probably better than I'm even blanking on his name. I'm gonna blank.
Avengers.
Jonathan Majors, thank you. I don't know why I was blanking on his name. There are a lot of actors that are probably better than him. A lot of people would say that you could recast. Like, it's not. It's just so dumb to then rush in Doctor Doom and be like, "Well, it was the plan all along." Just imagine. It's like, no, it clearly was not, man. Like,
Also,
so dumb.
Ant-Man Quantumania was a terrible, terrible, terrible movie, and for that to be like your next big bad, and that's what he's introduced on. First of all, for Ant-Man to welcome him in. Second of all, the movie itself was so bad that I would want to like make sure my millions and millions of fans didn't think that existed. Like I like Ant-Man Quantumania is such a giant piece of shit that I feel like if we were to keep on going with Kang, I would have stopped following along because that means that Ant-Man Quantumania would have been important. Right now, it's not. Thank God, and I hope it never becomes that detrimental.
I just think my closing statement on the MCU right now is just I feel like I share the opinion that a majority of people share, where it's like it just doesn't matter, man. Like I've just been so disinterested in this franchise ever since like Endgame. Like, yeah, there's good projects here and there, but like they're just trying to like put everything in one bowl and hope it works, you know? Like I haven't seen any. I didn't see Thunderbolts. I know it's good. I haven't
Mhm.
seen it because I just don't care. I might see Doomsday. It might be okay. It's probably not going to be okay, but I mean, like they're just throwing everything together all at once, pretending, hey man, it was the plan all along. Like he said, like this is what we're doing all along. It's just there could have just been like so many other ways to just go about like this franchise, and it's just so sloppy. Like the only reason it's all Spider-Man, like the only reason why that's so popular is because it's Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to see him. And hey, I'm sure Doomsday is going to gross $1 billion, and they're just gonna keep doing what they're doing anyway because it's Marvel and they're just gonna
I
keep
mean,
going.
Brand New Day made $910 million in the opening weekend, so I'm sure Doomsday's gonna make like 1.1 billion opening weekend.
Yeah, no, Doomsday is gonna be huge. Doomsday is the only one I'm excited for anymore. It's to the point now with Marvel where like I'm not gonna go see. It used to be every Marvel movie that came out I would want to go and see, but it's now to the point where if I don't already care about the hero, I'm not gonna go see it. The only reason why I saw Thunderbolts is because like 10 people invited me out. 10 people invited me out to go see it.
Jeez, thanks, Jack.
Doomsday, I'm excited for because it is Doctor Doom. Like this is
With no
one of
setup.
your biggest villains, and you have so many storylines that are just not wrapped up. We have not seen Moon Knight since season 1. Moon Knight has been nowhere to be seen. Daredevil's in jail.
Well, he has to be in jail, else he would just destroy Doomsday.
Yeah,
and Doom.
Don't let Doom catch him in the dark alley, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like one, there's so much stuff to try and keep up with at once, and two, I have a very, very big feeling that they're gonna try and wrap up everything in one movie, so that way they can get on to the next phase, and it's just not gonna work. I still want to see the movie wrong, but I'm not going into it thinking it's gonna be good, to be honest.
I also think it's very funny how their next big bad guy is someone who hasn't been like a major character in a movie since Fan Four Stick.
That is true.
Man, Forrester was only like 10 years ago, though.
It's Fan Four Stick though.
The greatest comic movie ever.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It has the guy from Whiplash in it.
Sorry, just a reminder that Fan Four Stick, the Thing's catchphrase, it's clobbering time, comes from the origin for that is that is what his older brother would say when he would physically abuse Ben Grimm. What are we doing here? That's the origin story. What was that? I haven't seen that movie since it came out, I think. I need to rewatch that. Are you down?
I'm down. Let's do it.
Are you down?
I'm down. Hey,
We'll cover on the podcast. We're just in time. We're just in time.
we're
just in
covering on
time.
the podcast. Yeah, man.
We're not late. We're just behind.
Yeah.
Also, Doctor Doom is like not even Doctor Doom because it's like,
Dude, they're 100%. They're 100% gonna do the Tony. Is that you? Who is Tony?
you see, here's the thing. I
Narrates his daughter. Like,
I really don't know because like he's doing an accent and people. I haven't seen the trailer, but in the trailer he does an accent and people say he's like unrecognizable and he's like wearing the mask and it's like I really don't know. I'm getting a little bit of confidence that they're not going to do that and he's not going to take the mask off. But at the same time, like he kind of has to take the mask off.
well, I mean, I'm pretty
But
sure
also-
it's gonna burn him beyond repair.
But then there's the whole conversation. If they make him that disfigured, then there's a conversation on if that's good from a writing standpoint because a lot of like Jack Kirby made it so that he wasn't really disfigured. He just had one tiny scar on his face, and that really elevates his character because he's such a perfectionist to the point that this one tiny scar, he finds himself hideous and wears this mask. Right? I think that's very interesting. That's way better writing than him just being horribly disfigured. But then again, why do I care when they haven't even set up his relationship with Reed Richards yet? Like in the Secret Wars that they're adapting is literally essentially like just a Trojan horse to finish off Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. It's just all about Doctor Doom and Reed and their relationship with each other, and is a conclusion to the Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four storyline. And they say they're adapting that, but really, what it is it seems like it's closer to the original Secret Wars, which is just like a bunch of fights that was an excuse to sell action figures. That's really what it was. And so I don't know. I'm more excited for Secret Wars than Doomsday because I think Secret Wars will have more cameos and fights, and I think that would be more fun than just watching them rushing to finish the movie or whatever is going to happen in Doomsday.
Yeah, no, either way. Whatever.
I don't know. Hopefully they bring back Wanda because she's the most powerful Marvel character ever.
At the moment, I think the most powerful character that is stable that we have on the Earth is Void, and that is saying a lot.
Void is quite powerful even in the comics.
Well, no, I'm saying like in terms of stability.
Oh,
mentally.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, again, we have Spider-Man. but
Void. It's
Void.
tough. It's either Void or Jean. And Jean is 100% more stable now at the end of the movie.
Well, yeah, I feel like Jean.
But it's debatable whether or not it's Void or Jean. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this is good to wrap us up. Thank you guys for watching. I want to point out, by the way, we're not going to be a Marvel podcast. We're doing movies in general. We're just talking about current MCU because we just saw Spider-Man. That's what's on our mind.
Yeah.
If we do more single movie reviews or 3 at a time movie reviews, I don't know what we're gonna do. But
We'll just talk in detail more about the movie then.
yeah. I mean, we're just gonna see random ass movies, like and then review them. At home, you guys are gonna see my review on the Odyssey separately. Yeah, that's it.
I thought the Odyssey was really good. That's my review.
Tier list it really quick.
S tier.
Yeah,
It's either the Odyssey or Obsession for best movie of the year. I really don't know.
I'm
kind
really
of put
biased.
Obsession over because I think it's really impressive what Curry Barker did. I really respect the vision, but at the same time, it's like the Odyssey.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have a very, very, very biased take. It's gonna shock you. Are you ready for this? It's gonna blow your socks off. Are your socks still on?
At the moment,
Let me get a good look. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
as ready as I'll ever be.
I feel like the Backrooms is also in the running up.
I just jumped over. Just died. It's like, whoa, damn, my stocks are gone.
But yeah, no.
Backrooms is good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the first episode. Thank you guys for watching. Simon, do you have anything you want to say?
Give them your mic.
Can wait to see Doomsday.
You guys follow me.
Everyone wave.
Follow me at DizoBizo. Follow Ben at Ben. Follow Simon at Snoopy Bloopers.
Add him on PlayStation.
Add him on PlayStation, yeah. But watch me on YouTube specifically. Thank you guys. Bye.
Don't subscribe.
You know what? Yeah, it's awkward because I don't want anything from you. I'm here for views and that's it. I can
We'll
start a
work out the
podcast by
kinks.
myself. I don't need you people. Secretly, I publicly hate you. I'm kidding. Yeah, why are we still talking to the mics? We're not recording anymore.
So I like talking to the mic. I feel professional.
You want to keep
And
talking
also,
to the mics?
you can keep this. It'd be funny if we're like bye, and then we're just talking still.
Yeah, well,
Wouldn't that be funny, guys?